Hi, Jason here, Odys Mentor, and today I wanted to take a look at premierfutsal.com. So this is a premium aged domain on the Odys marketplace. Really like the brand name first of all on this. The price is pretty reasonable, I think, for the opportunity and the brandability that you're getting with this domain. So the first thing I'd say is just taking a look at the backlinks that Odys actually highlight here. We've got some pretty strong authority links, but also very relevant links as well. So ESPN.com, Bleacher Report, some really good solid links there. And actually, when we go in and delve into the history of this domain, it's got an interesting story behind it as well, and it's got a lot of green flags for me. So in terms of how you monetize this, again, I think there's a few options. I think you could certainly look at it from a content kind of informational site point of view and look at monetizing with display ads. But I think there's probably better opportunities with affiliate and potentially even an opportunity for a membership style site. And I think you could potentially combine all three of those options. So the first thing that I'd like to look at is kind of the history of the site. So the site was actually, or the company itself was actually founded by professional footballers. So Luis Figo, Vieira, some really good names. And actually, we see on this image here, you've got people like Ryan Giggs, Paul Scholes, some very well-known faces on there that kind of put their name to this. And it looks like Premier Futsal was a league or a sport that was introduced in India, and this was the Premier Futsal League. So, like I say, it's got some clout behind it, and in terms of the site itself, there's a bit of content in there that you could potentially draw upon, potentially imagery as well. Obviously, that's down to you how you kind of feel about it from a copyright point of view. But in terms of the links behind the site and the history of it, it all pretty much checks out. So it even ranks for some keywords still. So Premier Futsal website still gets search volume and is still position 1, and then some other branded search terms too. And if we take a look at this, it's got a DR of 16 and it's got 439 links from 125 different domains. Like I pointed out, it has got a trickle of traffic coming in, but that's a real positive. And if we take a look at some of these backlinks, and you can see it's got links from Wikipedia, quite a few actually, from the English subdomain, the Spanish subdomain, I think that's the Vietnamese subdomain. And if we just take a look at some of the others here, yes, plenty of Wikipedia. It's got that Bleacher Report link, ibtimes.co.uk. Again, a very relevant link because that's one that's talking about Paul Scholes, Manchester United, and linking back to this post here. So that's certainly a page that you'd want to resurrect because that's a really powerful link, or you'd want to redirect that link back to the home page. And you can see here again, good traffic as well. Sportskeeda.com, a great link there. ESPN again, the Australian one. So you've got lots of really solid links there. Let's take a look at the anchor text on it. So yeah, lots of branded anchor text, which we really like. So the Premier Futsal, premierfutsal.com, Premier Futsal again. So everything there is kind of checking out. And if we take a look at the keyword futsal, it's an interesting one because futsal obviously is not anywhere near as popular as football or soccer or many other sports, but actually it is trending upwards. And I think one thing that's really interesting is that there's a World Cup coming up, so the 2024 FIFA Futsal World Cup. And actually, if we go into Google Trends, we actually look and we can see over the last 5 years. So 5 years ago, it was getting about 100,000 searches per week or interest per week, whereas now it's already up to about 140,000. But if we take a look at the last time there was a World Cup, which was in 2021, obviously interest peaked massively, and then what we also saw after that were all these little spikes here, that kind of all these ripple effects that continued to take place. So I think you're going to see this continue to trend upwards, and then you are going to see this huge spike. So that's something, again, that you can probably take advantage of. And one other thing that I did find was that it's got this Instagram account attached to it. So this is the Premier Futsal Instagram account, which is actually still linking to the domain. So, I mean, whether there's an opportunity there to potentially try and get hold of that Instagram account, because it's actually got 125,000 followers. So again, that kind of shows you 125,000 followers from 874 posts. Obviously, it had a lot of PR with ex professional footballers and stuff like that, but you can see there is certainly an interest there for it. I think the key question is how you monetize it. I would 100% build out on this domain itself. It's fantastically brandable, and again, for me, it would be a mix of info content monetized with display ads, potentially a form of membership, and then the affiliate option too, because you have got some keywords like futsal shoes, futsal balls, futsal kits, where there's pretty decent search volume, and because it's not as popular a sport, there's not as much competition for it. So to me, this is a really good site to build out from, start off with, get some good traffic coming in, and just then look for the best ways to monetize that traffic. But I always say, if you've got attention, then that attention can be monetized, and I think this site will easily get attention. And you could really build something nice with this, particularly if you look at multimedia, social, you look at YouTube, videos, TikTok, bring all of that, create a really strong brand. You could have something quite special here. So if you want to chat about it more, feel free to book a strategy call. Quite excited about this domain. So happy to jump on and give you a bit more of an idea of what I would do with this site and what you can do with it. Cheers, thanks, bye.